let us look into few programs. The first one, write a program that uses timer 1 in mode 2 to toggle port 1 pin 0 once whenever the counter reaches a count of 100. Assume that the timer clock is taken from the external source port 3 pin 5. First, we need to program the tmod register. Tmod has to be loaded with 60H, indicating that timer 1 is used in mode 2. And in the question it is asked that the clock source is connected to port 3 pin 5. Okay, hence we need to configure port 3 pin 5 in input mode, and port 1 pin 0 is made to work in output mode, and we know that by default all the ports will be working in output mode. To configure port 3 pin 5 in input mode, we have to program it with 1. It is asked that whenever the count reaches 100, the pin has to be toggled. So we have to calculate what is the value that has to be loaded into TH register. Here in mode 2 only TH register has to be loaded, and whenever there is an overflow, TH will be loaded, TL will be loaded with the value that is there in TH register. So it is given by maximum value in mode 2, that is 255, plus 1 minus the count, that is 100, and the value is 156 in decimal or 9CH in hexadecimal. So this value 9CH has to be loaded into the TH register. Coming into the programming part, tmod is loaded with immediate data 60H, TH1 is loaded with immediate data 9CH. Now we need to configure port 3 pin 5 in input mode. Hence write the instruction set bit port 3 pin 5. The timer is started using the instruction set bit TR1. Then continuously we need to monitor if there is an overflow. According to the question, for every 100 clock pulses, automatically the count has to be incremented by 1. Okay, that is the signal through port 1 pin 0 has to be toggled. So use the instruction JNB TF1 back to continuously monitor the instructions, and once there is an overflow, it will come out of the loop. Complement P1.0 instruction is used to complement the signal that is sent through port 1 pin 0. Then clear the timer overflow flag for the next run, and the instructions, same set of instructions, need to be executed again and again, and hence is jump back instruction is used. Okay, so with this, for every 100 clock pulses received, the signal that is sent through port 1 pin 0 is complemented. Okay. Next question, assume that a 1 Hz external clock is being fed into pin T1. Write a C program for counter 1 in mode 2. Mode 2 is 8-bit auto reload mode, where whenever there is an overflow, TL will be loaded with the value that is there in TH. Okay, here in the question you need to count up and display the state of TL1 count on port 0. Start the count from 00H. We'll try to write the program in C. If you are using C language, then you have to define a header file #include reg51.h. Okay. Here in the question, it is mentioned that the clock signal is fed to T1. T1 means port 3 pin 5. So we are defining T1 pin as input pin. Okay. So here first, before defining it as input pin, we are just using one pin, isn't it? Hence we declare it as S bit T1 is equal to port 3 cat 5. That is, we read it as port 3 pin 5. Then the main part of the program, we have to program T1 as input pin. Hence T1 is made 1. Then we are using counter 1 in mode 2. As we are using counter 1 in mode 2, we need to load tmod with 60H. In hexa we write it as 0x60, and it is given in the question that it has to count from 00H, hence th1 is loaded with 0. Then continuously the process should repeat, hence we define an infinite loop while 1, that continuously the loop will be executed. Then we need to start the timer. We start the timer by making tr1 is equal to 1. Then continuously whatever value is there in TL register, that has to be loaded into port 0. So write the instruction P0 is equal to TL1. So for every clock pulse that is received, what TL1 value is incremented by 1, and that value is sent through port 0. Then we have to continuously monitor to see if there is an overflow. If there is an overflow, okay, it is monitored using the instruction while TF1 is equal to 0. So once an overflow is detected, okay, so here in this instruction you see while TF1 is equal to 0 and a semicolon. Usually we don't put the semicolon for while loop, because continuously it becomes an, we want it to work it as a infinite loop, but here we put a semicolon indicating that this instruction will be continuously executed until the condition is satisfied. Once the condition is not satisfied, it will come out of the loop and tr1 is made 0, that is we need stop the timer and timer overflow flag is made 0. Okay, this is how we are making counter 1 work in mode 2, and whatever value is there in TL1 register is moved through port 0. The next question, a slight modification is done in the previous problem. Here, assume that a 1 Hz external clock is being fed into pin T0. Write a C program for counter 0 in mode 1 to count the pulses and display the TH0 and TL0 registers on P1 and P0 respectively. Okay. So we'll write a program for this. First we define the header file #include reg51.h. Okay. So here external clock is connected to T0. Okay, so you configure T0 to work in input mode. You write T0 is equal to 1. Okay, here counter 0 is used in mode 1 and tmod is equal to 0x05. Then initial count, you make it 0. Here you are using TH as well as TL register. Okay, so TL0 it is initialized to 0 and TH0 is initialized to 0. Okay, then define while 1, that means repeat forever. Start the timer, TR0 is equal to 1. So here when the timer starts, whatever value is there in TL0 register, that is moved to port 0. Then whatever value is there in TH0 register, that has to be moved to port 1. Okay, so next you need to wait until there is an overflow. So this is continuously monitored using the instruction while TF0 is equal to 0. Once TF0 is equal to 0, it will come out of the loop. Then we need to stop the timer using the instruction TR0 is equal to 0 and clear the timer overflow flag by writing the instruction TF0 is equal to 0. So this is how we have made counter 0 to work in mode 1 and continuously displaying the value in TH0 and TL0 register to port 1 and port 0. Write an 8051C program to toggle all bits of port 0 continuously. Use timer 0 to generate delay of 1 second between each toggle. First, we need to calculate the value that has to be loaded into THTL register. Here, oscillator frequency is not given. In that case, we'll consider the standard value, that is 12 megahertz. So, calculate the time delay, that is 1 microseconds. This is the time delay offered by the timer of this microcontroller. It is not possible to generate a delay of 1 second using this timer. Okay, let us first see what is the count value that has to be loaded in order to get a delay of 50 millisecond. We need 50,000 clocks. So we'll see what is the value that has to be loaded into the THTL register. So count value, it is maximum plus 1 minus the value of n what we have got. It comes up to 10,536, or in hexa it is 2928H. So this is a count value that has to be loaded into THTL register to get a delay of 50 millisecond. But what is the time delay that we need? We need a time delay of 1 second. So we need to see how many times the loop has to be executed in order to get a delay of 1 second. That is 20. So 20 times the loop has to be executed, or 20 times you need to load TH and TL with 2928H in order to get a delay of 1 second. Okay. So let us write the program. Hash include reg51.h. This is to include the header file. Then we are writing a function. As we are writing a function, the function has to be declared first. So declare it void delay, then write the main program. So continuously you have to execute the same set of instruction. Hence you write while 1, that is while true. Then you are asked to toggle the pins of port 0. So P0 is equal to 0x00. That means you are turning all the bits of port 0 as 0. That means you're turning it off. And after this, that means suppose this is connected to an LED has to be in off state when 00 is being sent, and it has to remain in off state for a duration of 1 second. So call a delay. Okay, so write delay. Okay, then after that, after a delay of 1 second is obtained, then P0, port 0 is given a logic high signal, that is P0 is equal to 0xFF. Let me assume that an LED is connected to all the pins of port 0. Now all the LEDs will turn on. So for every 1 second the LEDs will be in on state and off state. Continuously it will toggle. This is the main part of the program. Next we'll look into the delay program, how it is possible to get a delay of 1 second. Okay, unsigned character I, we are defining a variable I and we are declaring it as a character. Unsigned, we are not considering the sign of the number. So we have already seen the loop has to be executed 20 times. So you write for I is equal to 0, I less than 20, so 0 to 19, so totally 20 times the loop will be executed, I plus plus. So next we have to load tmod with 0x01 indicating that timer 0 is used in mode 1, and you have to load th and tl with 0x29 and 0x28 respectively. Start the timer using the instruction tr0 is equal to 1. Continuously monitor to see if there is an overflow using while tf0 is equal to 0. Then once an overflow is detected, it will come out to the loop. The timer has to be stopped by using the instruction tr0 is equal to 0. and timer overflow flag has to be made 0 for the next round. So TF0 is equal to 0. Okay, so now when these instructions are executed 20 times, which is defined in the for loop, you get a delay of 1 second. Okay, so control will go to the main program, then P0 is loaded with 0xFF, then once again you are calling a delay program. So continuously the signal that is sent through port 0 is toggled. So here in this program you can see that you have written a function for getting a delay of 1 second. So in the previous programs we have initialized TMOD, TH, everything in the main program, but here in this case we have used the concept of functions, and these functions are called in the main program whenever required. Okay. So here in the next question, it is given that two switches are connected to port 1 pin 0 and port 1 pin 1 respectively. Write an 8051C program to monitor switches and create the following frequencies on pin P0.0, that is port to pin 0, according to the switch positions. Okay, in the question it is also given that timer 0 has to be used in mode 1. If not specified, you can go for any mode, but as it is specified, you have to specifically use timer 0 in mode 1. And the question it is given that two switches are used. When the switches are programmed with 0 0, 100 Hz signal is used. When it is programmed with 0 1, 200 Hz signal is generated. When programmed with 1 0, 300 Hz signal is generated, and with 1 1, 400 Hz signal is generated. Okay. So first let us see what is the value that has to be loaded into THTL register. So the value that has to be loaded into THTL register is given by maximum value plus 1 minus n, and it comes up to 5000. Okay, so the delay is 5 millisecond. If the delay is 5 millisecond, then a signal of frequency 100 Hertz will be generated. Similarly, if the delay is 10 millisecond, then 200 Hertz, then 15, then 300 Hertz, and 20, 400 Hertz signal is generated. Let us look into the program. First include the header file, hash include reg51.h. Then you are using two switches, and it is given in the question that the switches are connected to port 1 pin 0 and port 1 pin 1 respectively. So since you are using just a pin, you declare it as S bit. S bit SW0 is equal to port 1 pin 0. S bit SW1 switch 1 is equal to port 1 pin 1. Okay. Port bit, it is used to declare port to pin 0. Coming next, we have to declare the functions that are being used. Void delay unsigned character. It is used for declaring the function. The function is used in the program next. Next, we need to make port 1 pin 0 and port 1 pin 1 work as input port. Hence, we write SW0 is equal to 1, SW1 is equal to 1. Then while true. Continuously we have to generate the signal of different frequencies. So we need logic high as well as a logic 0 signal. Hence you write port bit is equal to not of port bit. That means initially if you are sending 1, next you need to send 0. If you have sent 0, then you need to send 1. Then we need to check the status of the switches. So in the program, in the question given, 4 positions are given, that is 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1, and based on the position you have to generate signals of different frequencies, that is 100, 200, 300 and 400 respectively. So first you see the position of the switch. If switch 1 is equal to 0 and switch 0 is equal to 0, then a delay is called. coming to the delay function, we are using a unsigned character, that is 1. First delay 1. So character C, it takes a value 1. Then T mod is loaded with 0x01. That indicates that we are using timer 0 in mode 1. As calculated earlier, we need to load TH and TL with suitable values. That is, TL0 is equal to 0x78 and TH0 is equal to 0xEC. Then you need to start the timer. The timer is started using the instruction TR0 is equal to 1. Then you have to continuously monitor to see if there is any overflow. Okay, while TF0 is equal to 0. So once an overflow is detected, then it has to come out of the loop. So timer has to be stopped and the timer overflow flag has to be made 0. That is using TR0 is equal to 0 and TF0 is equal to 0. So here in this case, C takes the value 1. So next you need to decrement the value of C by 1. C is equal to C minus 1. So C value becomes 0. So this program for generating the delay, here we are using do while instruction. So first you perform the condition, then you check whether C is not equal to 0. If C is not equal to 0, then only the instructions written above gets executed. So once C becomes 0, it will come out of the loop. So in this case, C equals to 0, it will come out of the loop, it will come to the main program. Hence a delay of 100 Hz is generated, or a frequency of 100 Hz is generated. Now let me consider the second case, switch 1 is equal to 0 and switch 0 is equal to 1. Delay, and here within the bracket you can find a number 2. That means when a function is called, C takes the value 2. Okay, so here coming to the delay program, so initially value of C is equal to 2 and delay of 100 Hz is generated. Then you are decrementing the value of C by 1. C is equal to C minus 1. C is equal to 1. Since C is not equal to 0, once again the delay loop gets executed. Hence a delay of 200 Hz is generated. Next further you decrement the value of C. C becomes 0. It will come out of the loop. That means when delay of 1, a delay of 100 Hz is generated. Similarly for delay of 2 times the delay loop will be executed. Hence a delay of 200 Hz is generated. Similarly delay of 3, that is for the position of the switch 1 and 0, delay of 3 times the delay loop will be executed. Hence a frequency of 300 Hz is generated. Similarly the last case 1 and 1, okay, delay of 4, a delay of 400 Hz is generated. Okay, this is how using a common delay program you can generate different delays or obtain different delays by calling the number of times the delay function as required. Okay, this program can be written in a different way, like where you need to write 4 functions. One function for generating a delay of 100 Hz, second for 200, 300 and 400, so on. To avoid that, we can write the program in this way. Okay, so the same function, if you want a delay of 100 Hz, call the function once. If you want a delay of 200 Hz, call the function twice. If you want a delay of 300 Hz, call the function thrice. If you want a delay of 400 Hz, call the function 4 times. This is how signals of different frequencies are generated for different position of the switches. Try these exercise questions. Write the program for the following in assembly level language as well as C. And for both the questions, you assume that the oscillator frequency is 11.0592 megahertz. Okay, for first question, you need to use timer 0 in mode 2 to generate a square wave of frequency 5 kilohertz on port 3 pin 0. Okay, first you need to do the calculations. So here in the formula you have to consider the maximum value in mode 2 as 255 plus 1 minus n, where n is the required delay by the actual delay. So actual delay offered by this is 11. Actual delay offered by 11.059 megahertz oscillator frequency will be 1.085 microseconds. Okay, similarly in the next question you need to program timer 1 in mode 0 to generate a square wave of same frequency, and the signal has to be generated on port 2 pin 0. Okay, first you do the calculation, then you need to see what is the value that has to be loaded into TMOD register. Okay, then you need to program TL for mode 0 and just TH for mode 2 operation. So once you write the program, the concepts will be clear to you.